What's up, everyone? Today we are looking at the Beth'arach boss fight. Currently, I'm doing 235 million damage to the boss, which is enough to get number one on the floor 232 leaderboard by a fair margin. So I think the strategy I'm using works really well. Now, the first thing this boss does is it summons three little spiders that silences your team and does some damage. Who cares about them? They don't really do anything. The real thing, though, is that this boss has a shield that makes it so that it takes a maximum of 1 damage per hit. And in order to get rid of this shield, it has to take 20 ticks of burn, bleed, or shock damage. And in order to apply those types of debuffs, usually it's through a combo. And by the time it takes 20 ticks of those types of damages, usually 2 combos have gone by. Which in a fight with that you only do like 5 or 6 combos, that's like 20 to 40% of your DPS gone. So it's really hard to get high damage on the leaderboards. But in this fight, I will show you 2 types of teams. One is a very free-to-play friendly team, and the other team is with Flame Chun-Li, or what I like to call the boss killer. So let's take a look at the teams right now. Okay, so what I'm using right now is Bison, always, Fashion Blanca, Viper, and Street Poison. Now this is my free-to-play friendly team, as well as Mayor Cody and Fei Long as assist. Mayor Cody does a 50% damage boost to Viper, and Fei Long does the extra fire damage to Fashion Blanca and Viper as well. Now the gear I'm wearing them is Bison's mostly decked out. He does not have 6 cars, unfortunately, but he has FS30, which is important. He's also wearing Fast Chant because in this fight I'm going to need a little bit of super meter at the end, so that's why he's wearing Fast Chant. Fashion Blanca's decked out fully. Viper is decked out fully. Street Poison is not wearing anything. In most of these fights, I like it. I usually don't put Street Poison in any gear because I want to prove that she's very useful even without gear. And I mean, all she really needs is FS20. I'm giving her Shelter because I do need a little bit of shield in the beginning because my characters are not really super strong. They're just strong enough to do the fight. And on Mayor Cody and Fei Long, they're not really decked out. They don't have all the cars. They don't have maximum fighting spirit, and their gear is not optimal either. But so I'm missing a bit of extra bit of assist damage on the team, which is okay. But the most important thing that I think a lot of people need to realize is that my fighting heart is not like super duper high. 44 is not low either, okay? But I think it's most important that people understand that no matter what your fighting heart is, you need to really allocate most of it into power and tank. Number one, because power has all your major damaging units like Guile, Viper, Bison, I think Dalsum's up there too. Chun-Li's an assassin though, so I don't focus on those 3. I just focus on power and tank. Tank because Fashion Blanca's in the tank section. So those are my major damage dealers, and usually you want to put all your points into those sections. Everything else you can put like 5 points, it doesn't matter. All right, let's do this. So what we're gonna want to do here is use the EX move Vigilante when the little spiderlings come out, and use the EX move Crimson Lotus Flame when the shields go up, because Crimson Lotus Flame can apply 1 burn stack to the boss, and that 1 burn stack is enough to get rid of like 14 shield stacks. And then Fashion Blanca can use the super afterwards to hopefully apply another burn stack to get rid of all the shields, and once all the shields are gone, Viper can just start going in. When we use the move Vigilante, right, it's only going to attack the spiderlings 4 times, right? So it's not going to kill them. So we're going to need a Bison to randomly attack them so that we don't really take all the hits from the spiders, because the boss is probably going to kill us if we ate every single spider hit, right? So right now we're going to use the EX Crimson Lotus Flame to apply a burn stack to the boss, and now the boss is slowly losing shield stacks, just like that. And now Fashion Blanca will attack to apply another burn stack. And that's enough to lose all shields and for our Viper to start going in. All right, well, we didn't really do the C6 the C3 that we wanted, but we did do 6 full combos, so let's see how much damage we actually did. 165. Is that 165 or is that 16? That's 165. Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad for a relatively free-to-play team here. So 165 is definitely still number one. It's definitely not 235, which is the Chun-Li team. So let's take a look at the Chun-Li team now. So here we have Flame Chun-Li and Dalsum instead of Viper and Street Poison. And we have Breath of Rage instead of Vigilante EX moves. Now the way this fight works is that we're going to use Flame Chun-Li to auto attack and apply Flame Penetration through auto attacks over and over and over again until we begin our combo chain. And if at any moment the Flame Penetration drops on the boss, then we restart the fight. And there are going to be many times in all these boss fights with Flame Chun-Li that Flame Penetration will drop and we will have to restart. And it feels really bad, but that's how this fight works. That's how she works. So these little spiders come out and we're just simply going to ignore them, right? They don't really do that much damage to us, so I don't really care. And we don't really do that much damage to the boss as well, so it's okay because as long as we're not doing that much damage to the boss is not going to kill us, right? So all that damage really comes in at the end anyways. We're going to use Crimson Lotus Flame right now and apply a dot to the boss, and that is going to slowly make the shields go down. And now we're going to go in with Chun-Li. We have 50 stacks in 3 combos, which is great. Okay, not really sure how much damage I did. It seems like I did a lot, although Chun-Li's FS30 interruption is really annoying and it really stops the combo. So the 258. Okay, well, we got a new record, which is great here, which means I don't have to show you the replay of my best run because that was my best run. Hey! So I hope this strategy was very informative, and I hope everyone gets to climb the leaderboard just a little higher now. But the next boss is Syrah. Now, I think Syrah is probably one of the most toxic Crusade bosses. So the strategy is going to be a little weird, but you know what? I'll catch you guys then when it comes out. I'll see ya.